Hello and welcome to Divine Duality Tarot. My name is TJ. Today's video is for you, Sagittarius, for the week of December 26th, the last week of December. What I'm going to do for you today is just a romantic reading to get your energy going into the week and your interest energy going into the week. Kind of give you a good idea of, where you two are going to be, what the focal point is, give you some warning going into it. And then if any of these meanings are not quite making too much sense, I do have a second deck there for clarification purposes should we need it. So Sagittarius, your energy is laid out here. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, Sagittarius, the initial one that came out is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is stability. With it being pentacles, it's more usually material related. So it could be money, could be anything that's physical, physically manifested. So we're going into it with stability. More than likely what this means is the back of your mind's not screaming that, bills aren't getting paid or whatnot. You're in a good place. And that's followed up with our Two of Pentacles, which is balance. So more or less what I'm getting here is your financial stuff isn't really going to be on your mind. And that's a good thing, that your material possessions are accounted for. There's not a lot of want and not a lot of need, and that's a good thing. And then you have the Nine of Wands, which is self-reliance. So honestly, what I'm getting here is you're going into this week, Sagittarius, with a pretty level head, meaning you should be pretty clear-headed on whatever kind of bullcrap could be coming your way, be it from your significant other or other sources. So definitely keep that momentum, keep that energy going. That's a good way to start. For your significant other, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is generosity and dependability, a very dependable person when it comes to that physical manifestation, meaning that at least going into this week, it looks like the physical aspect of things isn't going to be that big of a deal. We're going to be dealing more with the emotional side of things, and the reason why I'm saying that is we have the Eight of Cups, which cups are usually excuse me, more in the realm of emotion, and this one is walking away from, moving on from an emotion. And then we have the Lovers, which is an opportunity for love, which is values alignment, which is like values alignment is probably, I shouldn't say probably, that is my number one biggest thing to look for in a relationship. If your core values aren't the same, or if they aren't complementary, then you're just doomed for failure regardless. So your side's pretty balanced. That's a good thing. Their side, being financially, being materially, being, it could be them helping around the house. It is something physical. They're going to be on the same page. And that's a good thing. So we have the physical aspect taken care of. It's the emotional aspect on their end that I'm really curious about. They have the values alignment, but then they got this walk away, move on kind of randomly thrown in there. But nothing is ever really random when dealing with this. So let's find out. Question I'm going with is, what is Sagittarius's interest? What is this emotion that we're moving on from? Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? What is on their mind that is causing them to be walking away, moving on. Got that Lovers again. So, clarifying that Eight of Cups. Once again, the Eight of Cups is moving away from walking on, from walking away from, usually in an emotion of some kind. Came up with the Lovers again, which is the values alignment, which is the opportunity for love. Kind of concerning. And then you have that Ten of Wands, which is burden, which is being overwhelmed in general. And then you have the Page of Swords, which is enthusiasm and eagerness. This person, whoever this interest is, they're on the fence about something. Something going on with them when it comes to their values, their core beliefs, is in question. And this being a burden with an opportunity for love, they might honestly be torn between two parties. It may be something along the lines of they have you, or I shouldn't say or, and they have another option. Maybe they're finding that there is another person who they share more values with, and they're starting to become more intrigued by that person. Now, that person could be like a new best friend, but 99% of the time, when values start aligning with another person, especially when you're doing a romantic reading, that's not the best sign. So there's something in their mind. They are walking away from a value that they find to be a burden, and they're moving away with eagerness. They are finding something new with eagerness. That is their motive. So it's either they are having a trouble with a value from some external source and they're moving toward your values, but I'm thinking it's the other way around. So I don't think this is the time, to be monitoring text messages or anything like that. I'm not seeing that anything's actually been done, but what I am seeing is the seeds are planted for potential breakdown in the future. So what you need to do is address that. If they've been acting overwhelmed, if they've been burdened, if they feel down and out, I mean, yeah, it's a crappy time of year with it being cold and everything, but that's not always the reason why people, this time of year may seem kind of dragged. You need to find out what's at the core of, what are they really deeply feeling? Or if you know what they're deeply feeling, you need to address that. You are in the superior, you are perched above, you are in a solid, stable mentality. Your energy is balanced for that week. And they're going to show that they're dependable. They're going to be generous. They're going to have that feel of there's nothing wrong. And seeing as they do share a lot of the same values, it's really going to be hard for you to even notice that there could be something deep going on. But there's something deep going on. If they're showing that burden, you got to do something about it, especially if their energy is starting to show some eagerness into moving into a different phase when it comes to their values. So definitely Sagittarius, be on your guard, but don't jump to conclusions, but also don't sit on your hands and waste opportunities that could later on, this is the tiniest crack in the sidewalk, but cracks expand, and you don't want to be there when it expands to the point where your foot falls through it. So with that, Sagittarius, I don't really have anything else for you with that. So Hope you enjoyed, and hopefully this helps you. And Sagittarius, I will see you next week.